Hello YouTube, Shin Tiger Girl here, that dude the Straw Hat, bringing you the next part of my countdown to Pirate Warriors 3 Let's Play. Last time we looked at the first member of the Marines to be profiled, Vice Admiral Garp, Luffy's grandfather. And now we're taking a look at the man who has made it his life's mission to capture Straw Hat Luffy, Smoker. As always, all the information provided here comes directly from the One Piece Wiki. So if you want to learn more about these characters, just head on over to the One Piece Wiki and wander around until you find something you like. Or do like me and just read the manga and watch the anime. Trust me, it's worth it. So with that, let's begin. Smoker, the White Hunter, is a Marine officer stationed at the G5 base. He was first introduced as a captain in Logtown, where he made it his mission to capture Luffy, and was later promoted to the rank of Commodore due to the events of Alabasta. At some point during the time skip, he was promoted to the rank of Vice Admiral. Due to his actions against Luffy in Logtown, Smoker can be considered the main antagonist of the Logtown arc. Personality. Smoker is a seasoned Marine who, when first introduced, was trying to track down Luffy in Logtown. Unlike many other Marines in One Piece, Smoker does not follow the rule of absolute justice and follows his own code of justice, which he later preaches to his subordinate Tashigi. Smoker's perception on justice also allows the Straw Hat Pirates to remain at liberty despite being pirates during the Alabasta incident. He let Luffy go after he found out that Zoro was ordered by Luffy to save him from drowning. However, he quickly lost his temper after Luffy made a stupid comment. He warned Luffy that as a Marine he would try and arrest him the next time they encounter each other. Smoker also did not like taking credit in Alabasta for the Straw Hats' work in defeating Crocodile, even cursing out the world government officials when they attempted to reward him for it. Furthermore, Smoker is very thoughtful. He quickly became interested in Luffy because he saw parallels between Gold Roger and himself. This also led him to pursue Luffy, which he does until the present time. In Logtown, he frequently wondered if it was a coincidence that on the anniversary of Roger's execution, Luffy appeared and a vortex was made to facilitate his escape. Smoker is merciless against pirates and fights them with every ounce of his might. However, he expects that pirates also show no mercy towards him. He was even more surprised when Zoro saved him from drowning on Luffy's orders. In return, he had moved on and left Luffy and his crew alone for the time being. On the other hand, Smoker is dedicated to the pursuit of global justice against criminals and pirates, and will not forget those that forsake the law and manage to escape his grasp. Though he appears to share Garp and Kuzan's moral justice and recognizes that not all Marines are as noble as their image suggests, nor should all allies be trusted blindly. He also tends to hold grudges towards pirates who have escaped him. For example, he prepares to capture Port Gas D Ace and is prepared to have a very difficult battle. However, after Luffy unexpectedly interrupts them and throws them through several walls, Smoker after seeing Luffy, barely acknowledges Ace. He merely shoves him to the ground and prepares to go after Luffy, who is his primary target. Smoker treats his subordinates with the same level of respect as his peers and has never abused his position. He also is very brusque to his subordinate Tashigi. Smoker's disposition of being obstinate comes out when he decides to abandon what he was doing and go after Luffy no matter the cost. Smoker has the tendency to not adhere to the standard idea of justice, but rather lives up to his own code of justice. This unique aspect about the encounter he had with Luffy is the first time Luffy actively flees from an opponent as opposed to fighting them. Smoker seems to have a hobby of rock balancing, first shown in Logtown, as such that he doesn't seem to like it when people make too much noise around him, as he claims it breaks his focus. Smoker also does not trust the 7 warlords, as he believes them to be nothing more than common pirates. In fact, he's been betrayed by a warlord 4 times in the series so far. Despite his somber manner, he does seem to have a benevolent personality. In Logtown, when a little girl bumped into him and dropped her ice cream cone on his trousers, he takes it with a good heart. He even gave her money to buy a new cone. He also shows respect and even protective empathy towards his subordinate Tashigi. Powers and abilities. Smoker is a formidable combatant. Topped with his sheer strength, his devil fruit powers set him apart from most Marines. In Logtown, he was on the verge of arresting Luffy during their first encounter, and would have succeeded had not been for the intervention of Luffy's father, Monkey D. Dragon. After the Ines Lobby arc, he is shown unsatisfied in capturing pirates with a bounty of 50 million berries. When he confronts Luffy again in Marineford, he comments that Smoker had gotten stronger before being pinned to the ground. Smoker's overall strength has granted him enough confidence to request a transfer to G5 in the highly fearsome New World. It is said that the Marines of this branch are insane, cruel, and merciless, who stick needles into pirates, feed them to sharks, or use them for kindling. They are known for not following orders, but Smoker has managed to earn their obedience. He is one of the few Marines to have ever beaten Luffy, the others being the two high-ranking admirals Aokiji and Kizaru, as well as Sentomaru, although Luffy was injured at the time. As a result, Luffy resorts to running away from Smoker if he ever sees him. However, Luffy could not use Bushu Shoku Haki. After the time skip, Smoker was able to easily cross the New World entrance and arrive at Punk Hazard. Smoker and his crew managed to capture some pirates who were liberated from Horty's control. During his time on Punk Hazard, he managed to give Trafalgar Law a hard time before he was ultimately defeated. Even when he was switched into Tashiki's body, he still managed to land a successful strike on Luffy. Also, despite him not being in his original body, he easily defeated some of Caesar's subordinates. He was also able to battle Virgo on relatively equal terms, despite Virgo being his superior in nearly every way. Sorry. He was also able However, he was still easily defeated by another warlord, Don Quixote do Flamingo. Smoker also has excellent hearing and memory, as shown during the Alabasta arc when he tells Sanji to attack the third Bwana Gator that entered the room, since that growl just now was in the same one as the one that ate the key comment. He is also shown to have great strategic capabilities, as he was able to plan in mere minutes the efficient assault on the pirates in the plaza during Buggy's attempt to execute Luffy, and utilized his abilities in a more somewhat seemingly erratic methods in order to diverge Virgo's attention and retrieve Law's heart. Physical abilities. As evidenced by his strong build, Smoker possesses incredible physical strength. During their confrontation in Logtown, he was able to jump about 2 stories high without difficulty while holding Luffy and holding him down, with him being unable to retaliate, a noteworthy feat considering Luffy's own inhuman physical power. He also has great endurance and resistance, as he is able to stand back up with no visible damage and without effort whatsoever after receiving a kick from Boa Hancock, whose attacks were strong enough to shatter stone and pacifist armor, though Hancock's kick was primarily to get Luffy off of him. Devil Fruit. Smoker has eaten the Muku Muku fruit, or smoke fruit, a Logia-type devil fruit which allows him to create, control, and become smoke. He can manipulate the smoke's density to make it thick or thin, allowing him to hold and constrict others with it. Like most Logia users, he can fly by turning his lower body into smoke and propelling himself forward like a rocket. At this point, he does not appear to have any exploitable weaknesses outside of the standard devil fruit power weaknesses, due to his ability to become intangible. With his current mastery over his powers, the only relatable way to injure Smoker is through the use of Haki, as Hancock did so during their short fight, or through the standard devil fruit weaknesses. Using his smoke powers, Smoker can power up the engines of his motorbike, the Blower Bike, for on-land transportation. Weapons. Smoker's main weapon is a large jutei, which is quite long and tipped with sea stone, a material that affects devil fruit users in a similar way to the sea. A person who consumes devil fruit becomes weak and unable to move his or her body in water, and sea stone is, in Smoker's own words, a solidified form of the sea, which he uses to subdue criminal devil fruit users. Since the tip is sea stone, it does not affect Smoker himself. He keeps the tip hanging in the air at all times, and his thick clothing provides excellent further protection from it. When he turns to smoke, the weapon does not turn into smoke with him because of the sea stone. Instead, he carries it with him in his smoke form. Smoker seems to be very proficient in wielding the jutei, taking enemies by surprise and using the weapon to deliver strong, blunt strikes. The jutei was broken in half when Hancock kicked it, which led it to crumble. After the time skip, the jutei is shown to have been repaired. Its hilt is white in the manga, but red in the anime. Also in the manga and its related merchandise and products, it seems to be longer than it is in the anime, as it almost reaches down to Smoker's feet. Blower bike. The blower bike is used for on-land transportation. It is a wide bike with 3 wheels, 2 big ones in the rear and a small one in the front, and its engines are powered by his smoke powers. Additionally, Smoker can traverse water while on his bike. Haki. Before the time skip, Smoker was able to use Haki, although he had some Before the time skip, Smoker was not able to use Haki, although he had some knowledge of it. During the time skip, he was promoted to Vice Admiral, so confirming that Smoker can use the ability. This is further proven during his fight with Trafalgar Law, when Smoker comments to Shigi that her Haki was not on a level that would allow her to stand on against Law's powers, claiming that he is the only person who can do so. It is implied that he is capable of using Haki to counter a devil fruit user's abilities. During his battle with Virgo, he landed a punch where his hand and part of his arm were completely black, demonstrating the use of Busho Shoku Haki. He later did the same with his elbow in striking Virgo in the face. Like Virgo, he can imbue his jutei with Haki. And that is Smoker's bio. About the same length as Garp's. Not bad. Tune in next time as we look at Smoker's closest subordinate and the woman who has made it her life's duty to find and capture Zoro, Tashigi. So if you've liked what you've heard, link, comment, subscribe below. Got any questions, comments, or just want to talk about One Piece, leave them below. I'll get back to you. If you want to support the channel, just take out your jutei and give a nice poke to that like button. Or click on one of the advertisements scattered about. They really do help out. Or if you want to donate directly, tip jars up there, you know what to do. So, until next time, this has been Shin Tiger Curl, that dude in the straw hat, saying good day, and you're making too much noise.